Hello, my name is Alicia and I am the winemaker for Herzog's Variations. We harvested this in mid-November, which is pretty late for Cabernet Sauvignon and pretty late for us in general. And it took a long time for the grapes to get to the right Brix and the right pH that we were looking for. But as soon as it was there, we went up to Paso and we harvested right away. This wine was made in a reductive style, which means that we did our best to minimize any oxygen contact while the wine was going from being a must into becoming a wine. That means that we did not barrel this down because we wanted to minimize oxygen contact. So the barrel influence or the oak influence that you're going to get comes from the use of oak staves, which is something that we added later on in the lifetime of the wine. This was aged up in a stainless steel tank, topped with no oxygen at the top. There was no headspace the whole time. So this was picked in November and this was bottled in April, and we didn't release it until September. So we bottled it in April and wanted to give it some time to calm down, to kind of hang out and mature a little bit in the bottle. And we wanted to release it when it was going to be perfect and taste the best and most expressive for you, our guests. So right away, you can notice with this wine that you have a beautiful deep purple color. You're not getting any bricking, you're not getting any real red tones because it is such a young wine. So you're really pulling in a lot of that purple color, which is indicative of it being pretty young. Again, this is a really light Cabernet Sauvignon, so it's really going to work with actually a lot of different types of cuisine and a lot of different styles of food. Even though it is a cab and people tend to think of cab as very heavy and something that requires maybe more fat or more protein to kind of temper what's going on. This wine is pretty light and will be accessible and approachable with a lot of different kinds of food. And it has a nice long finish, and you do get a little bit of that tannin structure just from the Cabernet Sauvignon itself and also from the oak staves that we added. If I'm saying graphite specifically, it's going to be a red wine descriptor. It's a richer, deeper minerality than I would get on a white wine, which is where it would go with something like stone or flint. But for me, when I'm tasting a red wine and I say something like graphite, it is a little bit like if you smell the end of a pencil. It's literally that smell of fresh pencil. If you're sketching and your pencil breaks and you have a little bit of splatter of graphite across your paper, that's to me what this smell evokes.